Hi there. This is Fresh Out the Box, guys, and I have the wrong names up right now, but that's okay. Hey, I'm Johananon, the board game guru and game master extraordinaire. There you go, all the names are fixed. And this is Modern Age from Green Rhino Publishing.
It's me, Casualty CDG, and it's not Thursday's, no. It's Friday's, baby. And on Friday's, we're returning to our Modern Age game. It's your boys, and I'll be reprising my role as Corporal Norman.
Hey everybody, I am previously Rockfact, now Robert, friend of Fresh Out the Box. I will be playing the role of Virgil, once pencil pusher, now emotional manipulator, because, I can make people feel things, and I do it a lot, apparently.
You make me feel things, Trevor.
A lot of the boomers are also emotional manipulators.
Very true, very true. Well, I am Michael Powell, aka Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO. And you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, such as at Facebook, which is Facebook/ Mr. Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, like my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure.
Nice. Hey, this is Modern Age. This is Threefold. We're doing the thing. Where we last left off, you guys were quelling a rash of portal happenings and extra-dimensional creatures spillovers. The world has gone amok. Things are wrong. The news is talking about these happenings, and people have become aware that you are not alone in the multiverse. So, what's been happening is there have been rumblings of a emergency UN summit. All of you have, well, Gary mostly was like, "Hey, we want to do that." So, you guys are in section. They're preparing to do some stuff. It's very hectic here. The mer people that you brought with you are like looking around and like oohing and eyeing. I feel like you remember that. Gene is here, Mr. Gene Wyatt, and he is talking to Whitehall. You guys can totally jump into that if you choose to. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people are walking around. Norma's doing stuff. You see, what's it called? The Sixth. Did you decide to call them the Sixth Legion, Gary? Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Fifth Legion.
I'm double checking right
Fourth
now.
Legion. You're the Third Legion. Okay.
We're the third. They're the fourth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Fourth Legion, they're pretty busy taking care of business as well. But yeah, Whitehall, she'll just call you guys in. She'll be like, you'll see her talking to Gene, and she'll just do this with her finger.
Is our Minotaur friend still with us?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he would be. Aha! What a mighty base. Fortress.
Has he killed anyone yet?
Not yet, but he did this to somebody, and they flinched and dropped what they were holding, and he was like, "Ha ha!"
Hey,
A lot of that going
these
on.
people are part of your kingdom, too. So, don't flex on the locals. Wait until we find some bad guys to fight.
Yeah, and totally, dude, if you want some snacks, there's some totally awesome snacks in the break room. We got some like cold pizza still there in the fridge. Cold pizza, delish.
What is pizza?
Oh, dude, you are in for a treat.
He'll go-
Threefold pizza's right downstairs.
He's gonna get some pizza. That'll happen. He's gonna do that. But he
Yeah,
doesn't-
we'll leave
Don't forget to get some garlic knots.
the water people as well, the Atlanteans or fish folk, whatever, the water folk. I think they should also have some pizza. I think there should be a break room full of just pizza when Whitehall sees what we're up to and pulls us out.
Yeah, it's typical because instead of giving us raises or extra time off, it's pizza parties.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, Commander, we picked up a few more stragglers. I hope you don't mind. We've got them entertained in the break room for now.
yeah,
We got some pizzas up there.
we can deal with that when it comes to it. She is holding her child right now. You can tell she's, she was rushed in getting here or something. She's holding her baby.
I don't mean to intrude. I tried to give a moment for you two to finish. Mr. Wyatt, it's good to finally meet you in person.
Pretty sure you guys have met.
Usually he just goes through rooms, and I've just been told don't talk to the benefactor.
That's fair. I mean, he's talked to you guys, but not really, not properly. It's good to meet properly, I guess would be more.
Yeah, there we go. Good to actually have a conversation. with
Is
you.
the what's the baby? Is the baby a girl or boy?
You can't tell.
Okay.
I'll reach a giant robotic
just cute.
hand to shake hands with
He'll shake his hand with you.
Gene Wyatt.
Yeah, Norm. Good to properly meet you. Gene Wyatt, director section. Max, he'll shake your hand. Virgil.
What's up? Max does the slap, pound, and that with them.
He doesn't participate. He just waits for your hand to land for the shake. He's like, okay, yeah, I was warned about that. So, yeah. All right, gentlemen, have a seat. That's Whitehall.
I'll take a
Max,
seat.
Max is gonna offer to take the baby, because I'm gonna say Max is good with kids. I feel like Max will be in the group, the one that's good with kids.
She'll look at you. No offense, Max, but no thank you.
All right.
That's what she says.
Saying Max is good with kids.
I mean, they might like you, but you might drop them though. I don't know. I know how you are.
I'm pretty exteriorist. I'm just saying.
It's fair.
But if a code red went off and some bad guys ran in here, you might throw that baby across the room and drop that AC unit on top of somebody.
There's just everyone looks up. There's just like a barely hanging in their AC unit. Just like barely hanging in there. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I'm glad to catch you. We are getting ready to head to the United Nations in New York. They have asked us to be witnesses, expert witnesses, in the deliberations that are going to go on about all these goings on in the world. People are pretty scared, and I gotta admit, I'm a little nervous too. So, and that's Gene talking. And then Whitehall will speak up. I recommended your team to be the ones, as you have had the most experience with the matter, and Virgil, you are probably our foremost scientific expert, so just seems
Norma's not first, right?
she's going to stop just completely mid-sentence and like she's gonna lower her nose and look up at you, kind of like, come on, Virgil. Like,
What? I'm
Are we
just,
really
I don't know, just making sure, you know. It seems like, you know, whatever. She's around a lot, so
insecurity aside, Virgil? You're still our best man.
whatever. I'll tell you when you're insecure.
You said best man. She still didn't say best doctor.
It's true. Oh, but no, don't let me stop you. Go ahead, please. Of course.
Sorry, Virgil. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're getting a team together, a delegation together. I will be going. Gene is going to be coming as well. The three of you, I suppose. And I don't know. I was thinking, like, who else do you? What else should be on our team? She's gonna say that, kind of like open you the floor, but this is really your chance to be like, hey, I want these people to go. So like, you guys can pick some people.
I mean, we got the delegation of fish people and Minotaur.
Yeah, we're.
What
trying-
about
I think we could
the
leave
chick with
Minotaur
horns?
behind.
Who's our chick friend with horns?
Rythiel Redfang?
Yeah. I think she's a good roster pick.
I don't know if we should bring any non-humans. We're not trying to freak everybody out. That's what.
Okay,
Whitehall
I'm
was
just
saying.
saying though, if we just go up there to tell them that, you know, we got all this stuff going on, there's different Earth, and there's like, you know, different creatures and stuff. I mean, seeing is kind of believing, you know.
Sorry, doesn't our handbook have like a diversity and inclusion situation? Like, what's up with this?
Too.
Really, Whitehall? I expected better.
she'll look at the three of you and like be like, what? Because you're like a diversity poster. So
Basically. No, I mean, I get it. If we shouldn't have non-humans, I
if you
get it.
if you want to, but really, Rythiel,
She's
kind of a loose cannon, no?
as you say that, I look at the Minotaur that's like, chest bumping or fist checking every employee he walks by. I'm like, I mean, she's not that.
You could hear him yell, "Pizza!" I mean, fair enough. If you want her on the team, we can bring her.
I'd like to bring the entire 3rd Legion just to protect the delegation with an increase in portal activity. There's only one team we can trust.
That's probably prudent.
Especially the sniper or sniper lady. I think she should be there too. I think that'd be good.
Hey, she's part of 3rd Legion. You're talking about Erebus.
Mm-hmm.
Is she your favorite?
Yeah, she's my Ereboo.
She's your Erebus. Okay. So we got 3rd Legion. We got Rythiel. Anyone else you want to bring? You don't have to bring anyone else, but you can also bring as many as you want. More or less. Within reason.
I mean, my picks were already shot down, so
The merfolk and the Minotaur?
yeah.
I mean, you can bring them if you want. I'm not going to stop you, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. But you can do what you want.
Also,
I mean,
aren't the merfolks like diplomats too? So
Are they?
you insinuated they kind of were because that they're here to study and stuff like that, you know.
Sure. They are.
So I figured we were like diplomats
If you want to bring them,
representing their Earth.
I'm down.
Feel
I mean,
free.
at the very least, bring the merfolk at the very least.
Bring the merfolk.
I see no problem with the merfolk coming. They don't cause trouble. But that Minotaur,
That you know.
I feel like he may not even be the best example of a Minotaur. Maybe we just leave him here and let him wreck things for a while.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
What's up, Lord Jesus Crust?
Yo, Krusty, my
Oh,
man.
Yo.
Anyone else gonna bring?
Mm-mm.
I
I
think
think
I'm
I got
good.
everyone on my list.
Alrighty. Okay, that's fair. We will leave as soon as everybody's packed and loaded up. So get to it. You guys go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sure.
is this like we're packing for a few days situation, or is it like a back and forth? Like just so I can understand.
I mean, theoretically, it could be a long time. I don't know. These things can drag out, but really, realistically, like a weekend bag would be fine.
Okay. Cool. Um, I will have my trusty pistol with me. I think that's like the only thing I want to like specifically note I'm bringing.
What's up, Pingu?
Hey, Adventure
Yo.
Penguin.
Penguin, penguin, penguin.
What?
I think
Yeah.
Mac's gonna be bringing really his really his equipment really is Hawaiian shirts and a fanny pack.
Okay. Normanson.
I'm down in the armory. You see me on a computer getting vehicles ordered and getting everything squared away for our trip. Make sure we have a full convoy with bulletproof SUVs and guns and things. So the rest of the Third Legion down there as well, getting all of
Oh,
their
I'm
things
also
ready, sharpening spears, loading shotguns.
oh, and I'm also guessing that we're probably not gonna be able to bring the Camry. I'm gonna have to rent a car.
Don't worry, I've got the vehicles handled. But yeah, when you're not bringing that Camry on the helicopter.
All right, sounds like you guys are all set up and ready to go. So yeah, load up in the Vital. Let's head out. Everybody's good. All right, you guys get in the plane. It lifts off and shoots out the side of the mountain. Your secret mountain base. Classic. Really, you're in a ravine in Santa Monica. You just kind of shoot out. You guys usually hit the deck for a while before you go airborne, so people don't really see. And then you take off. It's a Vital can make it to New York in a couple hours, so it's not a very long flight.
Oh wow.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a jet. So yeah, you guys will land. It'll at this point it'll be. I guess it'd probably be nighttime. Actually, you guys already had like a full day of adventure before you even got on the plane. You guys will.
Jet lands on like a runway with like a bunch of guys in suits with sunglasses, and they pull up in a bunch of vehicles and run off in convoy and shuttle out stuff like that.
You guys land on a private airstrip.
Secret Service maneuvering.
You're not met by a government delegation of any kind.
I'm surprised. Okay, that was
Well,
kind of what I was imagining.
because technically you guys are government, so yeah. But no, you guys land on a private airstrip. You guys tend to do things a little more low key than that, you know what I mean? But you are set up in a hotel near the United Nations. But you're responsible for driving because you brought all those SUVs anyways. So that's all. I wasn't gonna have anyone meet you.
I was gonna have the SUVs. In my mind, they were gonna meet us here.
If you
Because
want,
why would you fly
I
with
guess
a bunch
there could be a liaison.
Yeah, some kind of behind the scenes liaison to make this like a cool montage scene where we get in the SUVs and then drive off on 3 SUVs. That way all the VIPs are in different cars. It'd be like a thing in my mind. I like it. I'm about it. I don't know about you guys.
If that's what you're interested in, let me take care of that real quick.
Hey, thanks.
Care of that real quick, Doug. I'm gonna go with this place. Or pick.
And I was gonna say, I get you guys are government. There wouldn't be a government presence, but That's pretty much the only time there's a government presence is whenever there's a big meeting like this and everybody wants to show off their colors and arms and formations and stuff.
Sure,
Their little
but
retinue.
your guys' arrival isn't like a public affair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're pretty covert.
I got a question. As we were flying over the country, has Max's arm glowed at all?
Off and on.
Okay.
I mean, shit. You guys might have even seen a portal or two on your way here. They're still acting up a bit. So
Oh, they're like opening up all over the place, dudes.
Mm.
yeah. So you land on the airstrip. There is a single car there to meet you. There's a woman in a like a suit. What do they call them? It's like it's a suit, but it has a skirt instead of pants.
Power suit?
It's just a suit.
Power suit?
Yeah, I think it's a pants. Not a pantsuit.
Pantsuit? A pantsuit?
No pants.
Yeah,
so.
just-
A power
She's-
suit, I think.
She's wearing a suit jacket and skirt.
A skirt with matching blazer.
Yeah. Her hair is up in a tight bun. She's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman. Young, probably about like mid-20s. She has her hands like in front of her, and she's holding onto a clipboard. She will offer her hand to Whitehall and Wyatt. Greetings, welcome to New York. She has a hint of an accent. Sounds like Norwegian or something. It's hard to place exactly, especially since none of you really have a language ear. But yeah, welcome to New York. We will have you set up in the Quest Hotel near the UN. So if you would please take your vehicles and follow ours, that would be great. She'll shake like your guys' hands too. Hi.
It's gonna, once again, slap it, pound it.
What would she be? What agency would she work for if she was a foreign agent? Gary, what do you think? Like Interpol? Would that be good?
I mean, especially since we're here for the UN, she could just work for the UN.
She
and
could.
that would be
She could be a UN agent. That's okay. Yeah, sure.
yeah,
she'll work for
UN.
the
Just,
UN.
I'm sure they have people who go out and meet people at airports and
They
give them
do, but
hotels.
she's a law enforcement person.
There are also UN police.
Yeah.
UN has their own police agencies.
Hey, do they have agents and stuff? Yeah. Okay, I was just making
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
I tried to do some research on the UN before this, and while I was typing it, I was like, man, I'm gonna get on a list. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't do research for the UN when you're an Iranian guy.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I was
don't worry.
scared.
I'm super into history and stuff, so I
Damn.
know about the UN.
I was scared. I figured I'd just ask Gary because I don't want to go to Gitmo.
Blue, they wear like a.
I mean,
really
if
light
they ask you for anything, they just say, "Hey, I'm just a nerd playing. I'm just a nerd playing TTRPGs."
light blue, so I mean, you might want to reimagine what she's wearing. She might be in a light blue skirt with a light blue blazer and a hat.
She's
with a
wearing
military- like a UN military logo on the front of the hat.
She's wearing blue, but she's not wearing a hat.
No military police hat, like a hot dog man hat from the 1920s.
No, because she's not police. She's a agent.
I'd eat a hot dog.
Yeah.
Ooh, I thought that sound good right now.
So, anyways, yeah, Agent
With New
Agent
York hot dog.
Lemper.
sauce.
Okay. Okay, she's
Is it
good.
leper?
Agent Lemper.
Oh,
Leper. Okay, interesting.
Lemper.
Oh, Agent Lemper, do you think we could get like one of those, New York hot dogs with some sauerkraut and some onion sauce on it? Dude, that sounds good right now.
She's gonna stare at you, horrified.
I think this is his first time in New York.
I mean, you're free to do whatever you like, young man.
Awesome. That means we could go to Cat's Deli too. Haha.
Yes.
First
very
things
good.
first, rendezvous at the hotel, and then we'll talk about plans for dinner.
Thank you.
Cool.
She'll get in her car and start driving. You guys can just follow
You
her.
can tell from her accent she's not from around here. You don't want whatever hot dog she has to offer. We gotta find a local Somebody with a real watch where I'm walking here kind of attitude.
That's true.
Oh yeah, we also need to hit up a bodega and get some chopped cheese.
I mean, yeah, you can do that. I didn't have any chopped cheese when I was there. Yeah. All right, you jerks are driving from the airport, following this SUV. You arrive at a hotel. It's a nice hotel. It's not like 5 stars or anything, but it's probably 4. It's not bad.
Just call us jerks.
I didn't call
He did.
you jerks.
He did call us jerks.
I'm glad you caught that.
I mean fair.
The portal's
Yeah, no argument
The
from me.
portal jerks.
Yeah, seriously.
But anyways, yeah. So you jerks get to the hotel.
Name?
You check in. You guys all have your own rooms. They're all singles. They don't make any of you double up because I feel like
Thank goodness.
weird.
It could be.
So yeah,
It depends on if Norm has a robot PP or not.
Norm, do you have a robot PP?
Not
You?
yet.
Not yet, but you're nodding.
Not yet.
Okay.
Does it have pistons, hydraulics, and everything?
This next
Oh,
one.
yikes. Okay, see, I didn't think that far ahead, Max, and here we are now, giving it too much shape in the real world.
Not yet.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, so you arrive at the hotel. You guys all have your own rooms. You set up. It is nighttime. It's probably like 9 o'clock at this point. And I guess you guys would get jet lag. I mean, it's like what, 3-hour difference, 4-hour difference?
Yeah, 3. This is West Coast. That'd be pretty fucking weird.
So you guys,
If we went left, we would. Yeah, the clock would go ahead 3 hours. So yeah, it'd be like 9, where you said 6 or whatever.
you like lose 3 hours of time pretty much. So I guess it feels more like it's 6 o'clock to you guys, but
Mm-hmm.
it is 9.
Yep.
You're in New York.
Are there any other people that seem to be staying at our hotel that
Yes.
are part of this?
That's a good
delegation?
question. There are a lot of people staying here from all over the world. Some of them are delegates. Some of them you don't know what they are. A lot of people in suits. There's a lot of suits going on here.
Mm.
There's a guy out front picking up like a lot of suits for the dry cleaner right now. He's like, man, you ever see so many suits? It's crazy here.
Bro, there would be so many lapel pins. It would be a who's who of like world maps and world flags and geography.
There is a lot of that going on, yeah. This
Well,
isn't
I'm gonna say-
necessarily like the UN hotel, but it's right next to the UN, so obviously there's a lot of crossover.
I'm gonna say Max feels a little left out without lapel pins. So on the way, he's gonna buy one of those "I love New York" pins and pin it to his shirt.
Nice.
That's nice.
Very nice. Every now and again, people
Oh,
look at you kind of like distastefully. They're like, okay, guy.
And what are they doing with the Merfolk delegation?
I mean, they're putting them up in a room. But, like keep them out of sight kind of thing. That's the condition. Whitehall wants you guys to keep them and Rythal kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, considering New York.
We'll say you bring him in the back door or something.
I'm not quite sure. I guess it would be a perception type thing to see if anyone's like particularly looking at us strangely. I am curious to see if there's anyone like eyeing us a little bit more than that's just like a stranger or someone coming through to get an idea.
Give me a perception.
Perceptibles. I prefer Percepticons.
It's actually I think a Decepticon, Autobot called Perceptor. He turns into a one of those microscopes.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's fun.
15 with 6 some points. That's not bad. So
Yeah, that's wild.
look at Sense if you want. Let me know what you want.
I
to do.
shall.
But there's a lot of people looking around, a lot of curious parties. Some people are definitely doing obvious like scouting and like, hey, that person's here. You see a couple of reporters; they're obviously pretty nosy. You wouldn't have noticed them without the roll though. But there are a couple people that you're not sure as to their intentions that seem to be, like a guy reading a newspaper that's paying too much attention to like a conversation going on nearby, stuff like that. There's a few iffy characters around that you notice.
Has Max's arm started glowing at all while we were in the hotel?
No. No arm glow.
So some people. Some people looking funky. Gotcha.
There's a few.
I got 6 stunts. That's crazy. A lot of these stunt points are for obviously like when you're in a social interaction already.
You kind of are.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're in the lobby, like you're a part of events. So if you
Okay. I don't know which one he is.
I was saying you can have them ignore us or pay more attention to us.
That's true. You know what's fucking hilarious? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our first use of fancy meeting you here.
Oh.
Nor Max. Is there anyone else we wanted to be here that we never mentioned?
Sewer ad.
It's one of the attitude stunts. It's the one worth 5.
What about the Coven?
I'm joking, but saying,
oh.
What if it's? They have to be from this game.
So so with this stunt, you guys don't pick anybody. You tell me a focus or a talent your character doesn't possess, and then I summon an NPC with that focus or talent for a few minutes to help you out, or to maybe help you out.
Oh, okay.
If your action leads directly to action time, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I was going to say Tim from the City of Mist game. For some reason, there.
Hey, look at him. It's Tim.
Yeah. So one of the folks that was in the newspaper, obviously kind of like listening in on folks. I kind of want to get a little bit closer to get a listen in, and I'd like to strike up a conversation with this person. I am not very good at charisma, so maybe we can bring someone in who has some persuasive or deceptive skills, so we can try to figure out what this person's doing, just kind of grifting off here.
You want an NPC with some Riz to show up?
That's right, some Riz dripping.
I'm looking at my notes to see who in your past fits that bill.
Dr. Whoopee Cushion or Sewer.
Oh my!
His name is there. What's up,
Dr.
Sundance Kid?
Whoopee Cushion.
Salam alaikum, my brother.
SDK, Sundance Kid. You see that 007 at the end too? That means he's either a fan of Bond or graduated in 2007, like I did, and he's the same age as me.
Damn.
Astute.
Try to pick someone that you'll remember. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be anybody.
Jessica? Some reasons there?
She did cross my mind. She is good at talking to people.
Who is this?
Sure, that's not a bad pick. You'll be eyeing this person, and you'll hear, "Oh, Virgil. you'll turn around. Jessica Ramirez, the social worker, is here.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Jessica. What are you doing here? And I'll kind of like position myself on one side of the person with the newspaper. Just trying to like get her to engage with me and this person. But yeah, what are you doing here?
Oh yeah, I was here for. They're supposed to have a hearing on crisis management and mental health funding, and I was supposed to speak for that, but it seems like whatever's going on might have pushed me off the docket. What about you?
Oh, oh, okay, interesting. I was actually just coming to ask this individual here, trying to see if they were part of this summit that you're a part of. I'm sorry, what's your name? And I'll go ahead and make direct contact with this
You're making
newspaper.
contact with one of the shifty customers reading the
Hmm.
newspaper.
That's right.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, for the mental health symposium. No, I'm here for the apocalypse symposium or whatever they're calling this.
Apocalypse Symposium. What are you doing that for? What kind of role are you playing in that?
Uh, well, I mean that's kind of for me to know. No offense or anything.
Oh no, not saying any offense. It's just it's. I'm just looking around, and I just didn't know if you were really a part of that or not. I just was trying to get some more info. Jessica, do you know him? I don't know. Does he look familiar?
No, I've never met this guy. Hey, how's it going? I'm Jessica. Yeah, I'm Jason. Jason Rogan. How's it going?
Perfect. And exactly on cue, Senor Avenging Penguin, I will in fact use my sense emotions ability on this individual.
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess do the empathy thing first, which I'm pretty sure I passed.
Yes.
Big roll, big 17.
Yup.
Big
So
17,
now
you pass.
my
the
you got to beat my force. It's 16.
Now I have to beat your force.
I think it's willpower, self discipline.
Boom! You make contact. What do you know?
Excellent. Wait, what was my roll here? Let me go back to the screen. Okay, I didn't get a 5 in the thing. I want to know their emotional state, temperament.
A little on edge, a little nervous, a little paranoid.
Okay. I do also get a +2 on interaction tests with this person. Um, so that's cool. Also, if they lie to me directly, I mean, if it's a lie of omission, then that's different. But if they lie to me directly, then apparently I actually get to know that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Um, so after Jessica says, I'm not sure you know him, and he says his name, I'll let him know, well, it turns out I guess we're actually here for that apocalypse thing, too. What do you think's going to come of it?
Hard to say. I mean, this is uncharted territory. We'll see how much. I mean, I'm sure the United Nations is going to try to crack down hard, but they can never agree on anything, so resolutions are unlikely.
Okay. And I'll does he have a lapel with like a location? Like one of his countries or something?
No, he doesn't have a logo.
Oh. I'll say weird. You don't have a lapel. My team does, and I'll point to Max with what did you say you got?
I live in New York.
I was like, see, our New York delegate here obviously has his lapel. I mean, it's kind of strange you didn't get that memo. Where are you from?
Now he's going. He's going to like stand up in his chair and like fix your lapel. Like, huh? You don't have one either. How interesting.
Oh man, this guy.
I represent a private consortium.
Private consortium. It's weird. I didn't know that was a state. Was that a new one,
No,
like
it's
Hawaii or something?
No, it's a corporate entity.
Okay, corporate entity. Well, guess you can buy your way into anything nowadays, huh?
You've always been able to buy your way into government. He'll say that like completely, like no joking. Like there's no joke in his voice. Like he's completely serious.
All right. What was his name again? I'm sorry, I missed it when
Jason
you said
Rogan.
it. Jason Rogan. Well, Jason, and I'll reach out to shake his hand. I'm sure we'll be seeing each
I
other
don't like
soon.
that name. I'm gonna slightly change it. I'm gonna make him Jace Rogan. Just because it flows better, I feel. Jace Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just tell him. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other soon, but I gotta go.
Who do you represent?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think that's on a need to know basis. Just learn that phrase, and I'll turn to walk back towards Norm and Max.
You'll hear him go, "Don't go away, angry." And then, like, as he's turning away, he'll mutter, "Just go away." And he'll, like, sit down and he'll start reading his paper again. Robert's so offended.
What the fuck, you asshole! I am kind of offended. Does he? I mean, I'm still connected to him. Does he have like a disdain towards me? Like, if someone's just like disgusted by somebody.
He's annoyed.
Does he have that
Uh,
annoyed?
there's an annoyance there for sure. He doesn't hate you or anything. You don't see any anger. He's just annoyed. And, like,
Okay.
yeah.
While you were over
Gotcha.
there making friends, we got the room key situation squared away. Let's hop on these elevators and check out our new digs. Also, I
Let's
need to
do
meet
it.
with the security team and figure out emergency entrances, exits, emergency plans, and things like that. But of course, I'll do that on my own time.
You're muted.
Max holds up his room key and goes, 69. Nice! Ha!
Looks
Hey, look
we're
at
on
that.
the floor.
I'll turn to look at his key. I'm like, it says 96 Max. I like.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. All right. Ha.
I was literally about to make Ares do the exact same thing to him. Like, she was literally about to grab the key.
That's funny.
So you guys are gonna go to your rooms. I mean, you can continue to scout out the people. You can do it. You can leave the hotel if you're interested in doing any surveying or any prep work for tomorrow. Anything like that. You're free. Whitehall, you would say, all right, just don't get into trouble tonight. I'll see you all in the morning. We're supposed to speak at. I think we're slated for 11, but the talks start at 9. So you're free to be there for the whole thing if you're interested.
Cool.
I'm going to leave Palace and Diomedes with Whitehall and Wyatt to make, not with them, but outside their room on protection.
Palace and Diomedes are on guard duty for the VIPs. All right.
Yep. I'll look at Norm and say, "Oh, of course. So which ones do I get? All the VIPs get some bodyguards, right?"
I'm gonna look at your hip at the holster at the gun. Be like, you stopped needing help the second you started carrying that piece.
I'll give it a couple pats. Yeah, you're right. I am pretty good with this thing, huh? Okay. I see what you're doing. Real leader you are. I like that.
You know what? I think I'm gonna try some of that New York pizza. See how it stacks up against some Threefold.
I'm gonna go scout the UN hall. Make sure that we have emergency entrances, exits planned, and a line of sight for Diomedes just in case things go south.
Oh, and you should check out what they're serving for refreshments.
Do you mean Arabic, Gary?
Yes. Yes.
I will accompany Max to the pizza.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Maybe back home. Jessica will say that.
Good seeing you, Jessica.
Good seeing you too. You guys go to pizza, is what you said?
I think, yeah, he's going to get a New York pizza, and I'm more concerned with Max being alone than Norm being alone. So I'm going with Max. Also, if a portal randomly opened, probably good to have another person with the portal open/closer. So
Oh,
Fair enough. You'll go to a pizza restaurant nearby. It'll just say pizza. It's one of those, but it's nearby and it's open. And it's not bad. It's no threefold, but it's New York pizza. New York pizza's pretty decent.
all
what do you
right.
think, Max?
I mean, does have the cheese stretch. You know what? I think the sauce is kind of lacking. Honestly, the crust could do better. I think Threefold has much better crust.
Yeah. I guess you're the pizza expert.
I think it's something in the water.
In the water?
Yeah. We use special Santa Monica tap water. Ha.
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm thinking about ordering some of that pizza.
Yeah. And beat that Santa Monica tap water. Ha ha.
At least it's Santa Monica tap and not Santa Monica seawater.
That's true. I mean, that's the very least.
Hey, if it was the seawater, at least it'd be like, it'll work because it's salt.
We don't have to add salt because we use fresh seawater.
Yeah.
I just looked it up to see how good Santa Monica's tap water is, and it's good. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna be like really gross, and I was gonna be like, ha ha. But no, it's super.
How did you? Is there like a statistic for, I guess, particles
Tap
per?
water, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you
Cubic-
can look up water cleanliness.
Really? Huh.
All I know is that the water here sometimes they're like, hey, just so you know, there's nuclear material in your water. There's like radioactive shit in ours, but they're like, but it's okay.
Oh, that's good. That's comforting.
Yeah, you guys get pizza. I mean, you're in New York. You're right by the water. It's. I don't know if you guys have ever been in New York. People are around all the time, all hours. No one ever. It really never sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
So you just bump into people all the time. There's people walking around. You see homeless people. You see people going to and fro. Some people getting off of work. Some people going to concerts. All kinds of stuff going on. You see a crackhead. Just because, of course, you do. You see a couple rats. It's good times. Gary, what are you doing?
You got me on a tangent. I was reading about the water in my town to see how clean it was.
Oh, nice.
It's like 60%. 60% water
Not
quality.
bad.
So it's not bad.
By the way,
out
does
of
Max,
100.
What
does
happened?
Max's arm glow at all?
No, your arm does not glow at all.
I'm
So for me,
so
Zahan,
curious.
the way I see it working is a dice thing is an intelligence tactics check, but basically I'm casing the joint, I'm scoping the joint, and making sure that there's a plan here.
Yeah, you can make it. Yeah, exactly. Make a tactics check.
Cool.
Make a Final Fantasy Tactics check.
Cool. I rolled a
19, 6 stunt
19,
points.
6 stunt boys.
Damn.
Yeah, let me know if there's something that you can do with them. Let me know. Otherwise, I mean, you could probably investigation. You could probably find something good. But yeah,
maybe
you can,
exploration. Too.
maybe.
I have a question.
Yeah, Robert.
The sixes, that does something for it against us, right? When we get a 6, or am I crazy?
I haven't been doing that because it got weird to keep track of, and it just wasn't working, and it kept happening at weird times. I dropped it. I was doing that mostly because it gave the viewers a way to screw with you. But now, when they give me a power up, I just screw with you. So
Okay, that's fair.
I decided to make it more immediate because I felt like people like saving up for it wasn't really doing it. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But you're
Okay.
not wrong. It did. Sixes did cause you to accumulate bad points.
Bad points.
Max, were you saying something else too, or were you just wondering if your arm glows?
I was wondering if my arm glowed.
No, I mean, no, maybe faintly once, like, but it goes away.
No.
I think that weather hit me, Robert, that you were talking about.
It's wild outside.
It's getting pretty crazy. Just for everyone watching, my power goes out sometimes when it rains. So hey, if we disappear, that's what happened.
All right, Jahan, I figured out how I'd like to use my stun points.
Alrighty.
Investigation Intuition. The Game Master reveals a fact about the object of your test you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting. Whenever you uncover a clue, you gain 2 new leads instead of 1, making a path branch. So it's either one of those.
It's either
So
one of
either
those.
get-
It's not both.
Yeah, it's either simple or detailed. Yeah, those are the 2 I think that you could choose from.
Simple or detailed. And this is breakthrough.
Investigation. Investigation, intuition.
Oh, yeah, intuition. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll say that you notice the UN has a couple of like there's a lot of obvious entrances and exits, but you find a few that aren't as obvious, and you think that they're supposed to be concealed. I'll
Cool.
say you actually see a couple secret ways in and out.
I will make a note in case that comes up in the future.
Yeah, you know to watch them.
Perfect.
So hey, that is good.
Perfect.
And yeah, also, just I guess, here, I'll write down your 19 because it could come into effect. The quality of your defense is a 19 essentially, which is pretty good.
I will spend my first point of the night to make that a 20. My first, what's it called in this game? Conviction.
Why would it be a 20? Wouldn't it be a 20?
It might be a 21. I'm still not sure how conviction actually works, to be completely honest with you, in the modern age system. I haven't read conviction over and over.
Oh, it's in the compendium, but I mean, I've been using it the same way we do in Fantasy Age, so you can either re-roll or get a +2.
I'll take the +2.
But
man.
there's also a whole list of things you can do. But yeah.
I would love to just make my defense here, my test here, over a 20. That makes me feel a lot better. Like I did a as tactically sound job as I possibly could.
Pretty much. I mean, 21 is like the nigh impossible, like godlike tier. So it pretty much is a perfect strategy.
Perfect.
Yeah. Alrighty. So is that how you guys spend your evening? Essentially.
Yeah. Got some pizza. Headed back.
I'm in like all
Oh.
black tack clothes with the black mask, and you can only see my eyes, and I'm like action rolling around inside the UN by myself, dodging through lasers, like trying to move panels.
Dodging through
by myself.
lasers.
Yeah, man, it's a whole.
I'm gonna say
situation.
Max just shows up behind you with a pizza, like, dude, brought you a pizza.
You made it.
Kidding, just kidding. Just kidding.
It's like, oh shit! Right, you're right at the very end. Instead of there being like a diamond in the middle, it's just you've been waiting there the whole time. What's up, bro?
New York's not as good as Threefold, but it does have the cheese pull.
She's just still talking about it. All right, so I infiltrate the place. You guys go to Pizza Town, and then
Pizza Town.
I'll probably I feel like I'm scoping this place for more than like an hour, though. I'll probably be doing this
Yeah.
3 hours of the night, and then I'll sneak back in later.
Yeah, I'll try my best to get some rest for the day after the next day. Virgil, believe it or not, is not comfortable public speaking very much. So if I do have to open my mouth, he's gonna want some rest.
Yeah. You guys hit the hay. Raythil, I don't think that she's going to act up too much. The merfolk left their room for a bit, kind of wandered around, maybe raised a couple eyebrows, but nothing too bad happened.
Cool.
Palace and Diomedes are on guard duty. All right, you guys go to sleep.
Big time.
Avenger Penguin was talking about. Avenger Penguin works in water reclamation.
Oh.
We all
Avenging
drink poop
Penguin.
water.
Avenging Penguin makes the Amarillo water drinkable.
There you go.
So now let's figure out what Amarillo's water quality is and yell at Penguin for
See
it.
how good a job Penguin does.
Yikes. It's like that one time I interviewed a guy who manufactures elevators. Yeah, take the stairs. You know what I mean?
For the latest quarter, tap water provided by the utility was in compliance. So it is in compliance.
That's
Brag
good.
about it.
Yeah, but the Santa Monica water was like, it's well above compliance. So
Oh,
this
wow,
one's
that's
like
nice.
right there.
Yes.
There's an acceptable level of feces in it. But yeah, so you guys all go to sleep as best you can. I'm sure there's some excitement going on, but you'll wake up probably to a lot of ruckus pretty early. People are like, there's like a mass exodus of people in suits from their hotel rooms in the hotel. Just like you hear people going up and down, people talking in 100 different languages. Why are you making that face, Gary?
I'm reading about Amarillo's water. This is an article in 2021 that says they have 17 contaminants detected out of 32 total, and they exceed federal guidelines for contaminants.
Penguin, you gotta do better, man.
Come on, Penguin, get that arsenic out of the water, bro.
It's okay. I don't think Houston water is any better.
No, definitely not.
I don't think you could blame the water quality of an entire region on one person either.
I feel like you can
Well, yeah,
in a couple
maybe.
cases.
It's just not Penguin. It's somebody. way
It's not
above them.
Penguin. It might just be one other person. But yeah. So you hear all these people, like the continental breakfast gets hit hard. You gotta hurry if you want some kind of thing. Do you guys partake? You guys get a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
I feel like Max sleeps well. Virgil, I don't think you ever sleep well.
No,
And Norm, I don't
usually
know
sleep
if
like
you
shit.
actually sleep. So
I did not get a good night's sleep this night because I was out scouting all night. But yeah, I do sleep and generally pretty well.
good. Because you don't have a conscience. But yeah. So you guys go. You do your continental breakfast. You guys will all meet your. So Section is unable to secure one of the hotel's business meeting rooms today. So you're just gonna meet in Wyatt's room, and he's staying in a pretty nice room. It's better than all of yours. But you guys will all crowd in there, and he'll just kind of go over the itinerary. It's really boring. Like, this is not exciting. I'm not going to actually come up with a UN itinerary. Sorry. I don't want to. But, yeah.
Is there any, like, random fun characters that we would never expect to be here? Like some sort of corporate person that it's like, why are they here giving a speech? It's always that one, you know? You look at the list, and you're like, why the fuck is, like, I don't know, like My Pillow guy here? Like, what the fuck is possibly
Mike
happening?
Lindell?
Yeah, like, why the fuck is he here?
Yeah,
There's
sure.
always one.
We'll say, well, for legal reasons, all these people are fictitious and in no way related to any persons, real or imagined. But
Oh, of course.
let's see. I feel like everyone I'm thinking of would sue. Like the gay frogs guy. What's his name?
Oh, don't even say it.
Yeah, that guy would
Yeah.
sue.
You could have him though. Just don't say his name.
I won't say his name. We'll come up with a.
What if it's a chocolate rain guy?
Oh, Tay Day. Hell yeah.
He's there for some reason.
Tay Day is actually really active on social media and stuff. I see him. He's in the top comment on like so many videos that I watch. It's kind of weird.
Is an interesting feller.
He is a guy. That's a fact.
I don't think he would sue.
Probably
No,
not.
he'll do anything for exposure. That guy did Tosh.0. But yeah, no, we'll say a Alex Jones style person.
That's it.
Will be
That's who
on.
he
We'll
is.
call him
Mm.
Alan Webster.
Owns Alex.
Alan Webster, noted psychotic podcaster, is on the docket to speak. You don't know how it happened.
I've been telling you all for months that these things were coming, okay?
Oh
And
wow,
no
that
one
sounds.
No one listened that they were coming, and now they're here. And every day there's some kind of weird crap coming out of these things, okay? And you could have listened to me back in September, but here we are in July. And now the mole people are gonna come up, all right? And the mole people are gonna kill us all. And that's because you should have listened to me in July and stopped these damn things when they were coming. Anything that comes through is an enemy, and we have to kill it. I tell you, nothing that comes through there is from our dimension, and it doesn't belong here.
Wow, that actually sounds a
That's
lot
good.
like
Sounds a lot
Alan
like him.
Webster.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty good Alan Webster you got there, buddy.
Do I detect a little bit of J. Jonah Jameson's as well in there?
I actually didn't realize it until because I went in, right? I just went for it. And yes, there was some J. Jonah Jameson in there at one point. I felt it. That's who that character was. Yeah, he was like a J. Jonah Jones.
Give me pictures of that damn wall crawler.
Mm-hmm.
How do you picture this?
People have been sending me pictures of these damn portals for months. Send me the pictures of your portals. The portals are bad for the neighborhood.
Dude, yeah, that's solid. That's a solid Alan Webster. I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
And then Gen Z just trolls him by sending him pictures of animal buttholes. Because that's how the internet works now.
And it's just
no.
really cool pictures, one after the other.
Toto could do a rendition of the rain down in Africa to warn about climate change.
Now introducing Toto. That's the last thing he has before he goes
A good
upstairs.
friend who is most certainly not a mole person. Toto.
Africa.
That's so funny.
It seems that Jessica Ramirez is still on the docket. You'll also notice that Jace Rogan is speaking on behalf of a company called Paragon.
Oh shit. Paragon. Where have we heard that before?
I don't think you have.
Oh, I thought it was one of those other organizations. Maybe it was the people in the all white. I don't know why.
You're thinking of...
There's like the anti-section, but then there's that one group that's like all white that was like on some crazy shit.
Klops? No, they still they're still bumping around. I just haven't pulled them as an enemy in a minute because I wanted to ease up off of that storyline.
Yeah, we set them back, and I wanted it to feel that way, and it does feel that way, and I appreciate it.
Patreon?
Yeah, no, not Pantheon. Something like that.
I opened up.
Maybe
they're in the Threefold book, so I'm looking at that.
Talking about Atheon.
Atheon.
Is it Atheon? I thought Atheon was your group.
No, that's the group that he wanted to be a part of, and he technically is that class, but his Atheon is Section. Section is his Atheon.
Okay,
because he's
so
not
it was Atheon. Okay,
with the extra dimensional portion of it.
Got it. So I'd say, oh shit, if those guys are here, that's a problem.
There's also the Paradexian, but you guys haven't really dealt with them, so. But yeah, so Paragon is the new company that you have not heard of. You can look into them if you feel like it, and then yeah, that's pretty much what happens. You guys go over the docket, and then it's time to get to it. It's time for the meeting. So you guys will all have your seats. Gary, you will set up your defenses. Everybody's kind of going around. Do you send any of your units into the physical room to protect your...
Yes. In the actual room, let's see, we would definitely have Achilles with the spear, and then Pallas and Diomedes are still attached to the VIPs. but Achilles is in here with a spear, and then Erebus would be, make a note also, on the hotel across the roof trying to line up just in case we need supporting fire. And that leaves just Ares. Me and Ares would be outside in the main hall in case anything comes down the hall at us.
And you said Erebus is outside?
Yes, Erebus outside across the street with a bead through the glass wall or window or whatnot.
Okay, yeah, you can have your position. You guys are like sanctioned to do this through the UN. Like you have to talk to somebody, but I didn't want to have to make you have that official conversation.
That happened last night in my mind. I would have gone talked to their security guys first, got the layout, and that would have been part of the intelligence gathering.
Yeah, when you said you were going to the UN stuff, yeah, you were probably allowed to. So maybe you even helped them shore up their defenses a little bit, but because that was a pretty good goal. So, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you. I don't have a number. I'll come up with a name, but you, because how good your role was, you make a contact with a UN security agent.
That's cool.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like something
contact.
bonus to give to you, so I feel like that's useful. But yeah, so the meeting will begin. Hearings will start. Representatives from the United States, the UK, the big four, the UK, Russia, China, and the United States will all talk, and then other countries will go as well. The gist of it is kind of this is a time for us to come together and try to actually pass some rules about everything that's going on. It's affecting all of us, and I think we need to be concerned about what this could mean for the world. They bring up concerns like corruptive technology, deadly viruses, like that kind of stuff. Like what do you call it? Like species of animals and plants and stuff that could just completely screw up every ecosystem. That kind of stuff. They talk about a lot of things that are very concerning. The whole like monsters coming through portals thing seems to be secondary to them, because like at the end of the day, like a big shark eats a couple ships. Like yeah, that's a tragedy, but like it's not as bad as if extraterrestrial corn were to be planted and completely destroy the North American habitat of like everyone. Like they have a different perspective than you're used to hearing. They're talking about global scale kind of stuff. Blah blah blah, but we
also like viruses and physiology stuff too.
Yeah, viruses, diseases, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they do talk about that.
I also point out that Max is also kind of wearing his this attire, which is a Cedo t-shirt with the nice Hawaiian shirt over it.
A few people laugh at you. A few people look at you completely just embarrassed. You get reactions, as you would expect. I might consider it in a couple of years once I actually get good at my job. I only have 8 months of experience. I don't know what you sound like, Penguin, but I give you an accent. I hope you like it.
Tom Sawyer.
Was that what I sounded like?
Kinda.
No,
Yeah.
Painting this fence
really.
sure is fun.
Like that.
Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I guess I read the book. I never actually heard his fucking voice. I assume that's what he sounded like.
That's what he sounded like in your head when you read the book.
I guess. Yeah.
I love painting this fence. It's real fun. You should give it a shot.
Oh my gosh.
Joe.
Yeah. So the hearings open up. They pretty much start by listing concerns, and then they're going to transition to where they will open the floor to proposals for rules that govern this situation. And there are some things that you would be concerned about on this. There is travel between worlds, whether or not it's legal or if they're going to sanction it, restricting portal travel. Once they find a way to control portals, which they know is in the works all over the globe, um, limiting who can have access to it, kind of like nuclear style. Um,
Oh wow.
Also, there is some kind of alarming talk about extra dimensional refugees. They talk about them not in a good way. So
Uh oh.
I'll give you that. There's, talk about like people kind of tiptoe around it, but there's like the gist of it is maybe we should gather them and put them in a place, and like it
I
might be
see.
to a normal thinking and caring human being, it's kind of alarming. But you can tell, you don't have to be an empath to be able to tell that the general atmosphere is fear right now here in this meeting. But before we get into like the gritties of it, where you guys can, I'm gonna let you guys kind of help me. You'll have some say here in how the Earth in your game responds to this, because it can kind of shape the future of the game a bit. So I wanted to like let you guys have input. But before we get to all that, we're gonna go ahead and take our break. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been Threefold, the modern day setting from Green Realm Publishing.
I unlocked a new outfit for Norman. I'm excited about that.
Nice. We'll hear all about your fresh new duds here in a minute.
I unlocked the UN Peacekeeper outfit.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. And yeah, we'll be right back. Hey there, everybody, and we're back from our break. This is Modern Age, and I'm Johanan.
It's me. I'm Casualty CDG, and you can find me at Casualty CDG across all the social media platforms. But I'll be reprising my role as Corporal Norman.
Hello, I am Robert, friend of Fresh Out the Box, and I am still playing the role of Virgil.
And once again, I am Michael Powell. You can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is usually at Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao. And once again, I am taking on the role of your totally awesome pizza delivery dude, Max. And I got cotton candy.
Oh, whoa, Jahan, how come you didn't get everybody cotton candy? How come you only got it from Michael Powell? Jahan.
Because I only like Michael, obviously.
Yeah, that's fair.
Damn. Yeah, I hate me too.
Robert, no. Yeah.
Robert's dark tonight.
Wow. Can't believe you would say that to his face. That's busted.
Hey, it looks normal.
Yeah.
Robert just got the initial.
Y'all are the worst.
We're the worst.
Yes, we are the worst. And welcome back to Fresh Out the Box.
Also, this is the first time I've ever worn a black shirt to the podcast, or the damn stream, actually.
Because you're feeling emo?
Yeah, dude. You see my toe paint.
Your
No, we should see.
Your toenail
We should
paint.
see your forearms, man. Is everything okay? We don't need to call the hotline, do we? Yeah, he looks all right.
What do you mean? He looks like he's sculpted out of marble.
I was looking for you know what I was looking for on his forearms, on his wrists. That's what he's looking all right.
Those Scene Kid jelly bracelets that they pop for sexual favors. Is that what you're looking for?
Almost. Yeah, well, it was looking for cries of help, but close. Those aren't far behind.
There's a pain
Yeah.
in my heart. Yeah.
I was looking for Braille. If there's Braille on his forearms, then we call the help hotline.
What if I'm just blind?
Or it's
And a
like,
cheater.
Or you like to kill blind people and like they're like trying to get away and they're like your arm says like if you could read this you're about to die.
Well, I mean, I'm imagining more like someone who's blind but is also a cheater on tests. So he's got the braille on his arm, you know?
Because he forgets that other people can see it.
Yeah, he's like
Don't
trying
help
to
blind
cheat.
in community, but if you're blind and a cheater, we'll just throw you off a boat into the ocean.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. That's too many.
Wow.
That's too many strikes.
That's exactly right.
Anywho.
I heard a funny story about a deaf kid that didn't know that you could hear farts. And he was farting, and he was like, "You know that people can hear those, right?" He's like, "What?" Like he was like frantically, like.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He was like he
Oh.
didn't know.
That's off the bridge.
That he just kept.
You know
farting
who
for
didn't
people.
hear that story is the deaf kid.
I'd be
It's closed
so
captioning.
very, very
It
sad.
was closed captioning.
You read the notes.
They read the notes. All right. So now that we're canceled,
So I got back.
let's
I made fun of blind people. I made fun of deaf people. we
and
talked about
suicidal
throwing
people.
weapons, we made suicide jokes. We're back, everybody. I hope you're strapped in. Get ready for more of this for another hour.
United Nations.
Oh yeah, we're at the UN, so yeah, they really don't
I've
like.
got my green costume. All right, so you know the
Oh, yeah.
norm, the tack gear. This time, it's a bright blue, like almost powder blue tack vest with a big white UN right in the middle. The big metal arms coming out, no sleeves over those, and my mask, instead of being the black Kevlar, is a powder blue, you know, with just the eye holes, boom, some kind of mask where my beard is sticking out, blue mask with the white UN on the forehead. So, unlocked my
UN.
special UN peacekeeper outfit.
Captain
Wow.
UN.
Nice.
They call him the unaliver.
Does Norm have the little
Does,
wings on the side of his head too?
I was wondering if I should have a UN shield instead of my normal shield.
That'd be cool. It'd
Captain
be funny.
America shows up.
It would
What
be
the hell?
funny if it was just shaped like all the different countries instead of a globe, so it's all gangly and like weird shaped. And
I
like
was thinking it'd be cool.
it excludes all the non-UN countries, so there's a bunch of holes in it.
I don't know if UN has like a big like seal in their plaza, but I would think they do, like a big gold round
Yeah, they do.
in the middle of their. Yeah, that's probably what my shield would look like. It probably
The UN
looks cool.
symbol.
I bet it's not just the UN. Yeah, it's probably got some kind of iconography.
It does. It's
It
pretty
does.
cool looking.
Yeah, it looks like a little.
Actually
bump.
has the continents in the center with the radar, and then there's like the little the little like the branch thing around it.
Let me see, I think I
Cool.
have this. Yeah, it's
Oh,
funny.
yeah,
It looks.
It is cool.
It's funny, like, because it kind of looks like the world is like in the crosshairs.
Yes,
Target.
that's exactly what I was thinking. That is
And
exactly
it
what I
has
was
like
thinking.
the, what do you call them? Like
The wreath almost.
The wheat. There's a word for that.
Wreath. I don't know. It kind of looks like that, yeah.
Let me see. Caesar wreath.
The icon for wheat in any video game, it's that, just wrapped around.
That Julius Caesar's crown was made out of bay leaves. That's funny. I bet he was delicious. Man, that dude really was a salad. What the fuck? Alright. Anyways.
Oh wow, that took me a second.
Alright. So, yeah, people are talking, but right now they're trying to come up with, they're not going to ratify these, but they're coming up with an agenda to, like, talk about, because the way it works, boringly enough, is that right now, today, all they can do is talk about what they're going to try to pass, like, next session, or whatever, because they have to have time to, like, read stuff. But so anyways, rules. The ones that are going to be proposed offhand here are like citizenry of our dimension is like a thing. Like, if you're not from this dimension, you don't have the same rights, kind of thing.
That's no good. Wow, not the same rights. That's kind of fucked up. Okay.
Yeah, it is kind of fucked up. But that's one of the things they're floating around. Some people are talking about aid to refugees. If you want to, like, put anything forward, the way that would happen story-wise is that, like, section, like Gene Wyatt would suggest it, kind of thing. So if you have any interest in any of that, let me know if you want to pass any global initiatives here.
Do we have to do it as our characters, or we
No.
just...
You just tell me.
Okay, good, because Max... I think this would be over Max's head, a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of letting you guys pull out of your characters for a minute, just so you can, like, have say in the game world.
The thing that Norm would relay from, we've been into the most portals, my team, this squad, we've got the most research, and what we're doing, which is closing them one by one, isn't working. More are opening up too fast, so we're going to need to share resources with everybody and figure out what the source of this problem is instead of trying to fix the effects.
So,
True.
a scientific collaboration initiative.
And that would mean sharing intelligence as well, not just scientific research, but, field intelligence.
Max wouldn't like to not be a guinea pig, get dissected or anything like that, I think.
What
As long as you don't tell them your arm glows.
What do you mean?
I think
Because of
it'll
your powers?
reveal-
Yeah.
yeah,
So you want to put forth an initiative to protect people with powers.
people who are sensitive to portals, right?
Specifically that? Or, because he's not the only powered person that they would
Yeah.
dissect in your group.
Maxine.
Well, also...
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have power.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do. And there's a record of it.
Is there?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. It's not public record, but you know, Section has record of it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They
Gotcha.
know.
They know.
But yeah, and if this scientific collaboration initiative goes through, who knows? Everyone could know. But yeah, so it's protecting.
Yeah, protect the people with powers. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get Professor X up in here.
Protecting powered people. Counter to that,
Equal protection, I would say.
what did you say, Gary?
Equal protection with, you know, for people from, or powered people from other dimensions or powered people.
I was thinking about basically like the equivalent of a interdimensional immigration or visa process.
Mind that with like the Mutant Registration Act, like no on that.
I don't think a visa process would work. You know how many portals we've had to run through with hell exploding behind us?
Well, let's put it this way: for anyone anyone who's willing or attempting to like make contact or stay, right? Or is like trying to explore, like maybe we could have ambassadors from other places if they really want to walk around and just get some data, you know. But having a process do that peacefully is probably better than the other way around.
Yeah.
That would be great if we could rehouse refugees in other dimensions that were willing to work with us also.
There you go.
Yeah, aid to refugees is on the docket. You want to talk about visas and whatnot, people being able to seek asylum.
Yeah.
There is
Ambassadors.
someone else proposes rounding up all the people with powers. It does happen. Registration Act kind of stuff does come up. It's on the docket. Like these are going to get voted on. So
Against, we're against that.
yeah. Other people are for it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not the only ones putting stuff up. There's also like, you know, other governments. The United States has some interesting opinions on this. So I don't know.
That should be fun. That should be a fun part to vote on.
Yeah. What else? Let's see. Yeah, they want to limit like cross speciation, I think would be the term.
Oh, great.
So they don't want like crops and animals coming over.
That
No,
makes more sense.
I'm not talking about fucking, Robert. Get your mind out of the gutter.
So
What?
That's going to propose a new question, you know, sort of from this camp of thought over here. The military guys are going to say, if we keep pulling people from different dimensions and putting them together, won't it eventually be like an aquarium where the big fish are going to eat the small fish? We may need to put these different dimensions in different places also, so they don't spill into each other. They could become dangerous that way.
What do you mean?
They're basically suggesting internment camps.
Yeah, they
for
are.
the different species. Yeah, that's what these guys over here are suggesting.
So you're saying segregate them if you're going to do that?
Segregate everybody from different dimensions. Don't let all the dimensions be in one spot. It could be
I
catastrophic.
mean, they
It could be
probably
dangerous.
would do that to the best of their ability.
I would think they would just dump them all in the ghetto and turn a blind eye.
I don't think that they would put the Minotaurs in with the non-Minotaurs. You know what I mean? Maybe,
Man,
but
you're giving the
God,
government too much credit. I think they would just put them where a landfill used to be and put up a chain link fence around it.
they might. But I feel like animal people and like people with powered would go to special places, and you wouldn't see them again.
So that'll be this whole conversation then happening in more intelligent words.
I want to add granting asylum to refugees.
Yeah, that's on the docket with the visa program, asylum. Yeah.
Oh, and also this might interest some of the politicians, I guess. Trade between different Earth, trade and technology, trade of technology.
Yeah, they are. Trade regulations is something people would be interested in. Regulations.
Can I Never mind. Never mind.
What?
Nothing. I didn't want to. I was gonna say, can we add the spread of our religious righteousness to the new world?
What? You,
Just joking.
you want to stop them from? Oh, you want to encourage that?
Like that? Yeah, they propose that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like religion is mentioned an uncomfortable amount of times, as it always is in politics. Any other major issues that you guys are concerned about?
Nope. Got visas and interdimensional crusades. I'm good.
So the main things here are getting portals under control through scientific collaboration. It looks like this is going to be a real Civil War style thing, like
I think
Marvel Civil
one
War.
One last thing I want to throw on that may not even be relevant by the time this is all over is sustainable housing. You know, don't just dump them in Block 4. See if we can get them some sustainable housing, and we got a little community, a little farm. Like, let's actually set them up.
Integration
Instead of setting
too.
up with
Integration
bare
as well.
Yeah. Look at us being politicians.
This is what I wanted to do. I never get to do Model UN when I was a kid, and I always thought it would be fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I feel like we would do better than a lot of politicians that exist, honestly.
Yeah.
Mostly because we're just not fucking monsters, you know?
Speak for yourself. There's a guy over here who says he wants to open a private prison, and he's going to give me like $8,000. Whatever. It's not that much, but fuck him, right?
Damn.
He says he's just going to lock up a bunch of poor people, so I think that we can all agree on that.
What are they going to do? Complain?
Hey, look, I'm playing America. Guess what country I am?
God damn.
It sounds like you're winning.
No workers' rights, unions are illegal, and no one can afford medical care. Any other questions?
Absolutely. There's also going to be talk about like what's our position on like threats and war and that kind of thing. But those talks get out of hand really quick, and no one can agree immediately. So there's nothing on the docket for that. But this session, or this part of the session, kind of comes to an end with people yelling at each other about like nuking portals. So,
oh wow!
You know, like it gets to that point, but eventually, it comes up. Hey, we have all these ideas now. We don't really know a lot about these portals. We need to speak to some experts. Blah blah blah. Before we get to that, a few countries come up and talk about like their experiences with what's going on, the ways they've suffered because of portals and interdimensional travel. A few interesting tidbits come up for sure. You know, there's been trouble in Mexico with this stuff going on. They have a new kind of gun down there that is scary. It's become more and more common. You know, Europe's had some issues.
What if you don't have to take this suggestion, purely suggestion? What if, like, a made-up country or North Korea?
I thought about making a made-up
like
country.
Working with somebody through a portal, using their technology to advance really dangerously, really quickly.
Yeah, I thought about making a fake country to avoid having to villainize a real one. I was thinking about that, like Sarkovia.
What about North Guantanamo?
Or Latveria, Dr. Doom's country.
Dr. Doom's country. I was thinking about making a Eastern European bad guy country because I don't want to have to shit on a real country. What are some good names for this fake country? I was thinking about doing this. I didn't know if you guys would like it, but it sounds like you're on board, so we'll do it.
What about like Reichveria? RYK.
I can't put the word Reich in there. It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, no, not REICH. RYK.
Oh, so it's not spelt like the Nazis, but it
Rikers?
sounds like it.
Oh, use Krakosia.
Krakosia?
Yeah, anybody remember that?
No, what's that?
It's from the Terminal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I think that's a fake place. I don't think it's
The
real.
terminal, is that the one with Tom Hanks?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You know that's based off of an Iranian refugee, right?
Oh,
I just
Wow.
wondered. I didn't know if you knew that. It was based off
I,
a true
I didn't
story.
know.
That was one of my people. But then they were like, "Let's make him white." And then
I was about to say, yeah.
I was like,
See, is Tom Hanks Iranian? I don't think
"Fuck
he is.
no, I wish."
He said you wish.
Maybe people would stop hating. But yeah. Um,
India?
India. Let's see. What about like a stand of some kind, like Vork stand or something?
Hmm.
Eric Stan? Varric Stan?
Although I like the Cosia kind of thing. What, Reich Cosia? No, the Reich was the part I didn't like. What was the second part of yours, Gary? Was it stand?
He was very
Cybertron?
Oh, you want to go with a Varia? Okay, we can do a
the
Varia. Avenger Penguin says Cybertron.
Siberia.
Siberia.
That's a.
It sounds
They were
too
just-
much. It sounds too
I
much
was
like
like, we're-
Siberia.
Sounds like we're just saying Siberia. That's all.
Yeah, that's the right place.
We Family Guide to Griffin. That's what we did.
Yo, I got it. So I went to Mad Max, and I went to Virgil, and Virgil is an owl, and he is from a make-believe continent that's actually based on a real make-believe continent, which is, I know, that sounds strange.
Like
It was
Avalon.
proposed in 1864 by zoologist Philip Sclater, but it's called Lemuria.
I've heard that name before.
Lemuria. So it's not a real place.
But it's a real
it
fake
is
place.
But it is a real fake place, and it's a Mighty Max reference.
I like Lemuria. Okay, I'm down with that.
I'm down for that.
All right, yeah. So Lemuria has been Lemuria closed its borders and has been showing that they have some sort of new kind of weaponry. It is suspected that they are trading with extra-dimensional entities, which technically isn't illegal yet. So just
We
for
should
the
probably
record.
make that illegal.
I mean, that's one of the things on the docket. Yeah, you said Lemuria. I like it.
It's Lemuria.
Lemuria.
Lemuria. Lemuria. But you can change it. You can pronounce it however you want.
But you can call me Robert.
Hi, Robert.
I don't see. I'm looking through the Wikipedia to make sure there's nothing like hateful in here.
I don't think there. I mean, if if it's from Mighty Max, I don't think it would be.
Well, you know, that's the thing, it's not
Lemuria.
from Mighty Max, right? It's based on a thing.
Lemuria.
You never know. Whenever white people have ideas,
It could
in
be.
the
It could be
1800s.
like where Nazis come from. Yeah.
White people
Yikes.
in the 1800s were up to some shit, man. You
It's
gotta
okay,
really
man.
read about it.
They're from Atlantis, so Atlantis is actually the Nazi homeland.
I'm not even kidding. Atlantis is related to this article, so I was like, hold on, let me make sure I read this.
Atlantis is. There's a lot of. They like to use Atlantean lore in their Nazism. So yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's.
Nazis straight up love Atlantis.
Yeah. They're like. They think that they're like from like this ancient race.
We're not
Oh.
doing a bit.
Yeah, we're not doing a bit. This is real, but yeah, they were crazy. They were hella like Hitler was super into the occult and stuff. Yeah. So Lemuria, yeah, they've been up to bad stuff. Their representative here will deny that anything's going on. They claim that they closed their borders due to
We're
a
not
plague.
doing anything.
Not doing anything
We're not
wrong.
doing anything yet. It is not illegal yet.
We closed borders because of the COVID virus. Nothing
We are
to
simply
do.
businessmen making trade. You would do the same.
Oh no, they do deny that they're doing that.
We
Even
found
though it's
off
not
back,
illegal.
back of truck. It full of back of truck. We find these.
This is Lemuria.
Yes, but they deny any involvement in this kind of thing, and they claim other reasons for closing their borders.
Jahan,
I'm
I was
John.
wondering, like, I'm like as a player, I'm interested in this, but I know as a Max, a character, he's probably getting kind of bored out of his mind. I was wondering if I could roll a perception seeing roll to see if he probably like looking around, seeing if anything, if anything that's kind of weird or out of place that's going on, he'll probably notice right now, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, go ahead. Take a look around.
He's
20 with 6 stunt points.
It's pretty good. Yeah. You'll notice that there are. I mean, it's hard to say what's real, what's weird, what's going on. There's people from all over the world in here. There's a lot of people getting up, yelling, that kind of thing. As far as like things out of place, you don't really see too much in the way of that. The most out of place stuff is you guys. But you notice that the Paragon guy, Mr. Rogan, sitting there with his, what do you call it, ensemble, his group of people. You notice like there's something shifty about one of his members. There's a woman that looks like off. Not sure why. Like something about, she just looks weird. She's a weird looking person. Like she looks, there's something kind of inhuman about the way she looks. You're not sure what it is. It's kind of uncanny valley style.
Question: is it because there's so many people in the room? Is it kind of warm in here?
Yeah, it's warm in here.
Is she sweating?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Also, for the stunt points, I'm going to use intuition.
Are you asking if she's like a robot? Yeah, she's not a robot.
Okay.
She's a lizard.
Or a lizard, yeah. I'm going to use intuition and down the rabbit hole. So the GM reveals a fact about the object of your test that you could not notice or deduce simply by interacting with it. And down the rabbit hole is if this test leads to a reveal, the GM also provides a brand new lead about a new subject that will provide greater rewards.
Sure. So she seems to. Yeah, there's something not human about her. She's not a robot. She could be a lizard person. You're not sure. She is sweating though. There's just something weird about her proportions and her skin tone. Like, there's like a tinge of green to it. It's weird.
She needs to go to a tanning salon.
Max is going to kind of nudge Virgil and kind of, does that head, a thing, motion towards the woman.
I'll take a look at the lady.
I mean, she looks, as far like from this distance, she looks pretty normal.
Okay. I'll be like, what? What's up, Max?
I don't know, but honestly, I'm getting kind of a weird vibe from that lady.
Weird vibe? Like, is she a portal or something? Or?
Not a portal, but just something kind of feels like off.
Keep an eye on her. Let me know if you want me to investigate it further.
Do you think you could do your, mood thing on her, maybe?
I mean, I could, but I'll kind of look around. I don't know. This place makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if I want to test too much in a room where people like me might be affected by some of the stuff on the chopping block here.
Okay. All right, then. All right.
Speaking of dangerous powers, let me not use mine right now. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair, buddy. That is fair.
I mean, just in case. I mean, if she fucking turns around and looks at me while I'm doing it, I just know that's gonna happen. That's honestly, I've already decided that the second I try to do it, she's just gonna lock eyes with me on some weird shit, like that little girl from the other room, where I also got absolutely fucked into another dimension.
Could happen.
I already gave her the same thing. Like, I'm feeling the lock eyes, and then the eyes turn red, and you turn to stone. Like,
yes,
I'm with
dude,
you.
bro, it's gonna get weird.
I have to look at something. Everyone, shut up. Ugh.
Oh, I see it in the background. That's cool.
There it is. You're not. Don't look. Don't look at it.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look at it. I was kidding. I don't give a shit.
Okay, well, I can. It's still covered by our faces on the Twitch stream, so
Never mind.
I can kind of see your nose, like a little bit, but mostly I just see casually CDG being a ham.
I was trying to look at the notes. I can't see them.
Oh, I see. Ah, gosh.
Those weren't notes. I was looking at a character sheet. But whose? All right. So yeah, you
Fine.
see her. She looks weird. There's something up about her. You don't trust it. But Mr. Rogan seems to be talking to her a lot. Man, I wish you guys were of the age when the original miniseries V was first on TV. I didn't watch the original, but I saw the remake with Marine Bakarin, and I was upset that they canceled that because it was cool. But yeah, so we're gonna move on. The next country that's going to speak is Ecuador.
Ecuador.
They're going to speak of a virus that tore through a small community of theirs called Villa La Bamba.
Oh yeah.
Matt's
Wait.
gonna nudge Virgil. Dude, isn't that the place where, drop that air conditioner on that person?
Yeah. Wait. Didn't you also drop an air conditioning unit on yourself?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's the place.
Yeah, they'll show images from your adventure there with the parasitic creatures that respond from the sick, and like the
Are
whole.
we?
An Easter egg for any fans of the show: when they're showing all these horrible pictures and the defects, you see a lot of AC units on the ground in the street, in the background.
Yeah, they're just everywhere.
There are no safety standards, it seems like, on their window units here.
No, they have since instituted city ordinance.
More air conditioners.
Are we a part of any of these photographs?
So
When
yeah,
this plague came,
You
all
see
of a
all
sudden,
three of us
the
like
AC
posing
units-
next to our AC unit.
the AC units started falling from the sky when the plague swept through.
it's the weirdest thing.
We're all doing that squat with our hands like this.
Oh, there you go. You were lagging,
Yeah.
so I didn't see how your hands were for a minute.
AC.
AC, stop throwing up gang signs. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Hey, no, it's different. It's a thermo sign. It's AC.
Throwing up AC Slater, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, it's a tough one to do with your hands. That sucks. Whatever.
That's why I do it with my mouth. Watch. AT. You just you just say. Hey, they show a lot of pictures. Oh, Robert disappeared. That was cool. You see that? He vanished. All right, there he's back. They show a lot of pictures, but some of them you guys are in. You'll see some section people in the hospital doing cleanup. Maybe you'll see Norma doing something sciencey. They'll show the clinic where you guys were, where all the stuff was going down. They'll show the house, where one of the most upsetting ones I think is probably the mountaintop cave, with like the heads of a bunch of people squashed by a rock.
Yeah, was that?
They don't do
Scary.
that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, who did that? Ecuador's a fucked up place, am I right?
But they're gonna say
Yeah, it's
that
probably cartel.
that they had to reach out to an American organization, but this American organization didn't necessarily take the live. They'll complain about dead people, pretty much. They'll say,
Oh wow, so they also know we killed them.
they complain about the casualty amount and that some of this death seemed they seemed very untethered and what do you call it? Regulated. This
Yikes.
section-
Those were regulation air conditioning units.
this section seems to be perhaps in need of some rules.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, Ecuador complains about you guys. The country complains about you. It's pretty funny. I thought you guys would enjoy that. I don't know.
I did. Well, maybe they should thank us for keeping them safe at night. I don't know.
Oh, I've got another one to add to the docket. We need looser rules of engagement with these things because we never know what's on the other side of a portal.
Looser rules.
Yeah, make it loose.
It's one thing when you meet some sea folks and you can shake hands, but when you go into hell, open fire, you don't need to ask for permission.
Oh, you mean when you're in another dimension?
Or when something's coming through, you never know, right?
I feel like those are two different things.
You never, I mean, literally don't know what's on the other side of a portal, so you can have your finger on the trigger. You don't have to start with a polite hello. If a tank comes
Rules
out...
of engagement. You're talking about rules of engagement.
I'm talking about rules of engagement. Yeah. And it's not me debating you. I just want these guys to debate each other about it.
Yeah.
First contact rules. Rules about first contact.
I was trying to think about the way you say that. I was busy getting my laundry. Did you find out she was different because she farted and it smelled like ozone?
Man, so I briefly read that, right? I just zoomed through it, so I didn't actually see what it said. And I thought he said, did you find out she was different because she farted ooze? And I was totally into that.
I didn't read it before I started to read it out loud, which I normally do. And so I found out that she farted ozone with everybody else.
That's so goofy.
That's very goofy. I didn't think about giving extra-dimensional creatures flatulent tells.
You're like, is someone about to get struck by lightning? And she's like, no, that's me, I farted.
Why does she sound like that?
She's from another dimension.
No.
Do it again.
What?
Yeah, whenever I fart, it kind of smells like a lightning storm is gonna come and shock somebody.
I hate it.
I have to
I
try
fucking-
and mimic this voice so that
I
can be
fucking-
this ozone lady.
I fucking hate it. No.
You don't like my voice? You don't like the way I'm talking to you right now?
Oh god.
It smells
Ah.
like somebody left a fork and it's plugged into a light socket.
Oh my god.
Starting to smell a little bit like lightning in here.
What's next on the docket?
Robert said next song.
Any more shocking revelations?
So all of this talk about the diseases and like what harm it can wreak across the area, it brings the conversation back to refugees because a refugee brought this disease, and like people start talking heatedly again. It does start to there's a bit of panic, but then after they calm everybody down again, it's time for Section to speak. I don't know if any of you actually want to talk. I feel like Virgil maybe might want to, but
I mean, I will if I have
I'm
to.
gonna have to.
I'll talk, yeah.
I think you should give him a reason to talk, like have a scientist go up there and say
Yeah, he's
just
gonna be
the
questioned.
wrong stuff.
I'm gonna be questioned?
Oh no, he's gonna be brought up as a witness, like as an expert person. And they're
Oh,
gonna ask him-
that's fine.
They're gonna ask you your opinions.
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
All right. So, Robert,
That's me.
Virgil is asked to come up and testify. As a scientific expert that's been studying these phenomena, what is your opinion on the threat that these portals pose to the world? Go!
I think the threat that any individual portal poses to our world is no greater or worse than any threat any individual country can pose to our world that we currently have here. We don't know their motivations. We don't know what they need, their resources, their intelligence. Those are things that need to be vetted as they come through.
So you're saying that you can't paint all the dimensions in a broad stroke kind of thing.
Yes.
But is it true that some of these dimensions could have diseases or technology that could very easily wipe out all life on Earth?
That is technically possible. Yes. I will caution, closing portals sooner rather than later, I think, is the best course of action. I don't think that going very aggressively at these situations would be the best move. I think avoiding them altogether would most likely be our best path forward.
Best path forward, in your opinion, is to shut the portals.
Most likely, yes.
Alrighty. I feel like that's a good amount of questioning. I don't want to like actually put you on a UN committee here, so that's probably good.
He wants one more.
Give him one more. Yeah, that's only 2. Give him one more.
I'll give him 3.
Because I've been taking notes.
Okay. What should be done about the extra dimensional beings that are already here? What threat do they pose to society?
Well, good news. The extra dimensional, I guess, persons, aliens that are currently alongside
Beings.
us,
Sure.
beings, sure. They are already, some already assimilating to life on this plane of existence. And others, we can probably find a way to get them back to where they need to go. But ultimately, anyone that is here seems to assimilate or adapt as well as anything else does in a new environment.
Are you planning on bringing your extra dimensional buddies into the room at any point during this?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, you're asking Robert, or is that like me getting a question from the panel?
No, that's me asking Robert and you guys.
Oh, at this point, seeing how these...
Do you want to bring in Rythel and be like, hey, she's alright? Or...
Maybe?
You can.
Honestly? Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll bring her out.
Because
I'll call her to the...
At that part
to
of the
stand with me.
question, it's probably pretty fitting. You'll like
Yeah,
gesture.
I'll call her out.
A door will open. There will be gasps as a 8-foot tall red lady will walk in, not armed but wearing her armor still, because that's how she dresses. Flanked by 2 mer people who are like looking around like, ooh. Ah.
Oh, the aqua people, yeah.
You'll notice a lot of people instinctively cover their faces.
Cover their faces?
Yeah. Not everybody, but a lot of them, like some of them will put on like COVID masks.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what threat they're worried about.
Not
most.
everybody, but like they're like, holy shit! Like these are the disease people. You know how people.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, any additional words? I'll just kind of say, the people you see before you are from different dimensions, respectively, and as you can tell, they are not hostile, and they are not carrying any disease that I know of or we have observed that would pose a threat to our world. Let these people be examples that all interdimensional beings are not a threat.
Like a lot of people stand up and are like kind of yelling. They're not happy about what's happening right now. People are offended that this has happened. Like you know how you know how some people are.
Yeah, some people, this would really be sort of a slap in the face to their existence and a disgrace to their culture and their beliefs.
Yeah.
We're not that way.
It's an affront to God.
Yeah, there are definitely characters here who certainly feel that way. So yeah, that's where we are.
There's a lot of people that are upset right now. But they'll call for decorum or whatever. I do have one more question. I feel like it's a good one to ask Virgil.
Let's do it.
What do you think that should be done with the people of this world that have newly awakened abilities?
It's an interesting question. Have you observed any of these people before?
Yeah, it's
And what country is this person from?
the person that is questioning you is, we'll say it's the representative from the UK. They're leading
Okay.
the questions.
And I'll ask that question. Have you
But
seen any?
but during the briefings previously, you have seen that. Yeah, they're aware that people have powers.
Okay.
Pip cheerio, it's me, the representative from the United Kingdom. And I just got to ask you real quick while we've got you on the stand. What do you think we should do with regular people from this realm that we find have awakened powers?
Yes. Awakened powers, which is
he
quite
sits-
contrary to those with unawakened powers.
He sits down on a piano stool
throne?
with his legs crossed, and he sips tea from a saucer, and
He
then
sits
opens
down
an
on a
umbrella.
throne. He puts on a
And
crown.
then opens an umbrella.
Oi,
Yeah,
hey,
he
it's
waves.
me. I'm the king.
Oh no, not that impression. Put that
Arms.
back.
I love British arms. When he does British arms, he sounds more British.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He looks like it.
Yeah, it makes me sound more British. Watch. Would you care for a cup of tea? And then, would you care for a cup of tea?
Okay, no, you're saying it differently.
Yeah,
You're-
because of my British arms.
Okay. So I guess the question was, what should we do with people with powers?
That's right, governor.
I'll ask them, what do you do with people who are billionaires or have a lot of money?
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying, mate.
Well,
I don't want to keep doing this.
I'll just say the people who have the most money also have the most power. I don't see you worried about exactly what they're doing. We'll have them abide by the same laws as everyone else, and we'll move on.
Yes, but what do you do about a man who could walk into a bank and compel somebody to give them all the money with their
Well,
mind?
Well,
For example,
that's the funny thing about law. Law isn't exactly presumptuous. It is reactionary. So, if that happens, then I'll be happy to talk about it.
not in the instance of registration and licensing.
Oh, you're proposing a registration and license of?
Well, if these people are weapons, why not treat them as such?
If these people are people, then they're not really weapons, are they?
Yeah, you can be two things.
Well, I guess we'll agree to disagree, sir. But don't fall off your piano chair with those fucking reaches you're having.
I choose not to understand that because I'm British. All right. Yeah, you can get off the stand. You're good.
All
That
right.
was enough questions.
Phew. Virgil looks at Whitehall like,
Yeah, she'll nod. Yeah, good job.
if she wouldn't have said yes, I would have cast Project Emotion and forced her to be proud of me. Which is by far the most fucked up thing I would have done up until this point.
I feel like
But
I know
I'm happy she's
you did it to her one time, and you felt really bad about it.
I did.
I forget what you did, but it was funny.
It was something to do with her kid, you know? Like she was like really struggling, or like alcohol, something like that. But
It was.
yeah, I felt pretty
It
bad.
got intense. The guy from Paragon is after you. He will sit up there. Jace Rogan.
I wrote down
As he's
some
wa-
questions for you. if
All right,
you
you
want.
have questions?
Is he
Yeah,
as he's
the
walking
question
up?
you- Go ahead, Robert.
I was gonna say I would be doing a slow clap for him as he walked up.
Okay.
The four questions that you ended up asking Robert were basically, I didn't get them verbatim, but are portals more dangerous than the regular countries, than the things we already face? What do you propose we do about the portals? What should we do with the refugees? and new people power and licensing? Question mark.
Yeah. They'll pose pretty much the same questions to Jace. As far as threats do the portals pose, he will suggest that I believe the portals actually pose a great opportunity to this world to better itself. There are far more advanced worlds out there that we could be learning from, perhaps even aligning ourselves with. It is a large, potentially endless multiverse out there. We might need allies for any of the enemies we might inadvertently create. That's the answer to that one. What should we do about the portals? I agree that there should be some regulation. We should definitely try to stop them from spontaneously opening. But by and large, I think that access to these portals should remain open to the public with some restriction.
And that stands in opposition to what Virgil presented, which was avoid them for now. Mostly.
Avoid them completely, yeah. And so this one,
He's saying
he's saying that we
public?
should monitor them and control them, and allow access to people. Let people. He claims that no one owns the portals, and they should be free to use, whether for leisure, or research, or gain. He gives the capitalist answer. Is what he does.
Yep.
The third question, what to do about the refugees? He is going to ask. He'll ask them. Well, I mean, we should probably treat them very similar to how we treat other refugees in our countries. I feel like it's going to be different from sovereign soil to sovereign soil. If you are asking me how we as a world should handle it, I don't think that's a realistic question. But as a country, as I am an American, I feel like there should be a process to assimilation. But when they first get here, we need to have much stricter controls.
Now, we do have one final question for you before you walk off the stage. And while we have you here on the dais, I just wanted to ask you as well, the same thing as the last gentleman. How do you feel about regular people from this realm, right? I'm from the UK. From this realm, regular people all over the world becoming newly powered people. Do you think that we should have them licensed and registered?
What? No, I'm just kidding.
Could you say that again?
Can you say that again in English, please? Well, I feel that we should definitely study these people. We need to accept their humanity, perhaps, but at the same time, we need to accept the potential threat that they could pose to democracy. that's what he says. He says they could pose a threat to democracy. It's very alarming to hear him say this, because a lot of people agree with him. Like, who's to say how much control said people could have? They could run countries from across the street. So I think that we should do our best to find these people and to try to figure out if there are ways to monitor this sort of psychic energy. Thank you, Mr. Rogan. That'll be all.
Mr. Red.
He's gonna, as he's walking past you, Virgil, he's gonna wink at you. And he's gonna meet up with that weird looking lady that you noticed earlier, Max, and they're gonna start talking. She's gonna like put her hand on her shoulder and like be like, "That was good." There's something weird about it. Her fingers are like too long. I don't know, man. It's off. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. It's off. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it.
Is that person Like, I remember when we were out in that stakeout and there were those two other dimensional beings out there guarding that one building we were
Oh yeah,
in?
those people are part of the Night Host. That's what Rythel is.
Okay.
That's the kind of person Rythel is. It doesn't look
What was
like
it?
it.
Oh.
Those people have a lot of spikes.
Ah.
Unless she's hiding them under a wig or something. Maybe. Could be. It's a good disguise if she is. But she is kind of big like they are, so maybe. It could be
Okay.
it could be a member of the Night Host. I'm not saying no. And also, you know for a fact, Rythel can, like, that's not what she really looks like. She's a spider person. Like, she can transform into a spider. So, like,
The chick we have with us?
yeah, she can turn into, like, a spider monster.
I thought she was the one that was fighting that big stone guy that
Yep.
almost crushed me and fucked up
Uh-huh.
my arm. She's a spider person. I did not know this.
She looks like a big, tall, kind of grayish, almost purple lady, but she can go into, like, a rage state, and when she does so, she, like, transforms into, like, a werewolf, but instead of wolf, it's a spider.
Where spider?
Yeah, where's spider?
I'm thinking Quelaag from Dark Souls. Probably more clothes.
I don't know that reference.
Ah, the Dark Souls. Dang it.
I mean,
Oh, well.
I've played
Well.
it. I don't know.
I was thinking Loth from D&D.
Yeah, kind of like Loth, a little bit.
Okay. Well, I do want to try to get in that lady's brain. Let's do it.
The Paragon guy
70.
lifts up like a beeper. He's like, "What the fuck?" No, I'm just kidding.
I knew
Gotcha!
it.
You got caught. A
Gotcha, bitch.
a psychic energy alarm goes off. Don't worry, it's just the anthrax alarm, Virgil. No big deal. What did you roll? You rolled 17?
I did it.
And now
You
I
gotta
have to-
roll against.
What's your number?
It's 16. You have to beat 16.
So you try to reach out, and you see her like kind of rub the back of her neck a little bit as you're doing this, and she kind of like shakes off the willies, and she like looks around a little bit. She's like, "Huh." Like she doesn't know what you did, but like she felt something, you know.
Oh, wow. And nothing?
You failed to make psychic connection with her. She passed her test. I rolled well. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I'll make sure not to look at her in the eyes again. This entire fucking little get together here. Okay. Cool. And well, everyone, thank you very much for coming to our little talk here. It's been great time, great everything. Cheerios in the cereal bowl, lots of milk, tea, great piano chairs. There's a piano in the lobby if anyone wants to play some beautiful chorus music. I'd love to join. This has been the UK.
I want to go
Go where?
Yeah.
on the panel.
You want Norm to talk?
Oh yeah.
You talk to the expert.
I'm
Yeah, he's
just
the experience expert, like literally communicating and involving with like
the
interdimensional beings. Yeah.
expert. Yeah.
Hey, you technically have the most experience because you were doing it before the game started. Yeah.
True.
There's another witness that would like to speak here. Speaking for section. Unit Commander Norman.
That's exactly right. Look at this. I got to dress like a peacekeeper while I'm here.
I think that's illegal, but okay.
They swore me in, buddy.
It's really sorry you had. You want to answer the same questions? Is that what?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one is.
Yeah, I would like to answer the same questions as the rest of the gentlemen.
What danger, if any, do you think the portals pose to the world?
I think that in
you
my
don't have to be
opinion,
that close to the mic, sir.
in my opinion,
Yeah, can you please back away from the mic, sir?
how do I Or do you want me to stand? Is this good?
Yeah, it's better. Okay, yeah.
All right, sorry, yeah. And in my opinion, these portals are much more dangerous than anything we've ever seen on Earth. We literally went to hell, and we fought demons, and we saw our own nightmares face to face.
There's gonna be a slight lag in the reaction because there's translators, but like people are gonna start like you'll hear like murmurs, and people are gonna start talking about that. They're gonna be like,
That's
"What
right.
the fuck?"
I've led the 3rd Legion through hell. Go ahead and jot that down for your notes.
Somebody's gonna like object. Someone's gonna slam their fists on the ground and be like, "It's impossible. There's no such thing." Like that kind
I'll
of
rip
thing.
your head off and shove it down your throat. How dare you tell me there's no hell?
Do you tell someone that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
no.
Yeah, I stand up and I point at the guy across the room.
A bunch of people start getting up yelling. There's a whole kerfuffle.
All right, decorum. I won't get kicked out. I will settle down before I lose my turn to talk. But I do make a scene. I make a whole.
You want to
movement,
make a
like
scene?
if you-
Okay.
Like if you denied the moon landing, at least I get up and scream at you for it.
That's fair. Norm, Mr. Norman, one more outburst like that and you're out of here.
I'm sorry, I understand, but going through hell put a lot of pressure on my team and I.
Yeah, I guess I'm asking the questions. I'm asking the questions here. What do you think should be done about the portals?
I do have to disagree with both Virgil and Mr. Rogan. I think that going into the portals is of the utmost importance. However, we have tried closing them from the inside, and it seems like a futile effort. I agree with half of Mr. Rogan's plan. However, you can't just send civilians through these things. Like I told you, we were face to face with hell. What I propose instead, I've led my legion through. I have a 2nd legion now. They're going through portals as well. We could continue to go through these portals. We could train your teams. We have the ability to take people from different tactical teams from different countries. We'll teach you how we do it. And you can go through your own portals on your own turf, but train. Don't send civilians through it to make profit. Or to risk any more lives.
There will be some murmurs of approval. Point of fact, though, Mr. Rogan's plan to send people through was after they were checked out. Like, hey, this is a ski planet. Yeah.
I thought he was like, just go. Like,
No,
everybody
not just go. Like, he still thinks there should be rules, but like he thinks that it shouldn't be something that only the government has access to. He thinks that's wrong.
Yeah.
What do you think we should be done about refugees, Norm?
I think we need to find new worlds for them, but for now we need camps, and we need to keep these camps away from society so we don't spread any disease or anything. Also, so we don't destroy their cultures and customs. We have to let them live their way as guests while they're here, but apart from our society,
They're
only
anti-assimilation.
temporarily.
Nice. It's an interesting standpoint. And then, what about powered people? What do you think should be done about that?
Absolutely. Somebody who shoots fire from their hands should be licensed. At least have an X on your driver's license for abilities. Even if we don't go into detail, but people with abilities should certainly be licensed.
Alrighty, Mr. Norman. Thank you. Some people clap, It was good. Yeah, that training other nations' teams, that's interesting. We can definitely get in on that. Max, did you want to talk?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure. Everyone else got to. Why not you?
Hell yeah. Do it.
No, this is gonna be interesting.
Is my understanding we'll now be hearing from a civilian that has been working with Section? Max?
Max is gonna be kind of looking around and me? Oh, okay, all right. Max steps up to the podium, and goes, hello, my esteemed dudes and dudettes and non-binary homies. I'm Max.
Very good, Max. Max, do you believe that these portals pose a threat to society and the world at large?
Well, think of them as, driving through a tunnel. Never know what's on the other side. It could be, clear driving. It, sunshines and clear weather and, not too much traffic, just right. Or it could be some bad weather, maybe a down power line. Never know. Honestly, it's fate, A little bit of good, a little bit of bad. Just gotta deal with it as it comes along. Don't worry too much. Just mellow out and just deal with it as it comes along.
The questioner is gonna look at Whitehall and then look back at Max. Very good, Mr. Wu. If you could try to keep your answers concise.
Okay.
What do you think should be done about the portals?
Well, honestly, yes, I do agree that they should be researched. Maybe figure a way out to make these portals stable, or at least detect and stabilize the portals. Where if it's a dangerous portal, be able to close them. But if it's safe, just again deal with it as it comes along.
Case by case basis.
Worry too much. Exactly.
Very
or
good,
no.
sir. What do you think should be done about the interdimensional refugees?
Honestly, I've met a lot of these interdimensional refugees, and while some of them are real a-holes, like esteemed colleague Norman here said, we literally went to hell, and that was a totally bogus journey. But we also did meet some really cool people, and we should also take this opportunity to learn from our new friends. And Max actually reaches into his fanny packs and pulls out some stuff. Yeah, because a lot of these places are very similar to ours. But a little bit different. Like, he pulls out a basketball card. This dimension, Rogers Nelson, aka Prince, never became Prince. He was part of the Minnesota Shaft Sliders basketball team.
There's a murmur through the crowd at this. Because they don't really know about alternate selves, so that's a whole new thing.
And in this universe, he pulls out a baseball. Robert Downey Jr. never became an actor, but he was a great baseball player.
Very good.
Finished. We also gotta be. Because these differences, hey, maybe we might stumble on a dimension where they found the cure for cancer, or diseases that's ravaging our Earth.
Someone's gonna stand up and be like, or a dimension where Hitler won, and people are gonna start going off again. There'll be another decorum call.
Then we get to punch Nazis, and I think my friend Norm here would welcome the chance to punch a Nazi in the face.
I feel like that chance is ever present, but hey, what do you think should be done about powered people?
Oh, you know what?
Kill them all! No.
And let live, They're people too. So, no, you're buzzed, dude. Let people live the way the people want to live. And once again, like you said, deal with it case on case basis, because some people are a-holes, but most people are, cool, decent folks who just want to live their lives.
Very good, Mr. Wu. Thank you for your testimony. The rest of the session will continue. There'll be a lot of witnesses called. A lot of people will talk about experience. You'll learn about other things that have happened in other places. Other countries will get to speak, send their experts. Some of them are bullshit. There's an unfortunate amount of talk about end times and religion coming from some people. It's a little worrying. You're not sure how this is going to go. But they have the docket set for the next voting session. But for today, we're going to have to adjourn. So hey everybody, thank you for watching Threefold, the modern day setting from Green Run and Publishing. Don't forget to use the code Fresh Out the Box to buy all the books that we use to craft this wonderful, amazing place, including pre-made campaigns. But anyways, I have been the board game guru and game master extraordinaire, Johananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. Jahan, I just wanted to say thank you for tonight's session. I know it was me who screamed, "Let's do the UN" at the end of last one. This has been great. It's been so much decision-making and world-building and informative opinion and stuff. I think it's been a really fun test of character and helping the world. This is
you really never know what players are going to enjoy, man. Like I wasn't expecting you guys to want to like participate on this level, so I'm glad that we did it.
I love those games where your decisions change the world, and so for me, this is sort of like a telltale game. You know, every decision here, no matter what we choose, there are like 4 or 5 different decisions going on. So a lot of different choices will be made, not just one. I love that. That makes me really feel like we're influencing the world.
We're gonna try and keep that in mind more. Yeah.
A reference to Cyclops also, in my mind, we really threw a wrench in their plans. We took their information, we traded it out for bad information and blew stuff up.
You did.
So I'm glad that they're not here. I'm glad they're not
There's
around.
a reason they're not here. Yeah, it's because you guys fucked them up, yeah.
Feels like we set them back, and I like that too. Like, we did something, it had an effect. Now there's another group that's basically Cyclops, but who cares? Because Cyclops isn't here, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Is that we set them back.
Yeah, Paragon's kind of, I put Paragon here because you guys fucked up Cyclops. So you're not wrong. Yeah, you guys absolutely did that. So I'm glad you noticed.
As a player, I see it, I respect it, I love it. I'm just super enjoyed it. I'm still doing my outro, so that's just personal to you and for everybody who heard it. So also you can find us at twitch.tv/Johananan every Thursday and Friday. We have a podcast called Fresh Out the Podcast. We also record that at twitch.tv/Johananan. We do that on Tuesdays. We have a YouTube, Fresh Out the Box TTRPG. You could just Google it. You could Bing it, Fresh Out the Box TTRPG. You'll find us. I'm at Casualty CDG, and I will see you guys next Tuesday for the podcast.
And I am Robert, friend of Fresh Out the Box. Again, kind of, piggybacking off of Casualty CDG. Session was fun, amazing. I do love some of the role playing where you're kind of, put in the spot, answering some questions, and this stuff actually does affect the world that you're in. I think it's pretty fun, especially now that we've built our characters to actually have some personalities, some clout, some social status. People have their perception of what our characters are doing, and I think that impact is pretty fun. So I had fun, and I can't wait till next time. But I hope you guys have a great night.
Once again, I am Michael Powell, aka Mr. Kapow. You can find me all over the internet on my social media, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao. I also agree with Robert and Gary here that this game has been really fun. This session, especially the whole world building thing, and I also like seeing kind of the point of view of our 3 characters on how it would deal with kind of this situation, So you also 3 powered individuals as well, Also, I always relish the opportunity to do callbacks, and honestly, this is why I like picking up like random junk and doohickeys. Like times like this, I can just pull it out of my ass and, hey, remember this?
It is cool that you had the card and the ball. Those were neat things because it's almost like, so why is this civilian with them? And then you start pulling out trinkets and like, oh, that's why. Because a civilian has a different perspective. You're doing different things. You're almost like a star witness. So you have an expert military, an expert scientist, and then an expert witness who's seen it all firsthand and can just tell you what it's like.
Max represents the common people in this ragtag group.
Yeah, this is a cool session. I think another reason it really worked, Jahan, is like Michael was saying, it meant something to our characters because each one of us, they're both powered, and we've been through the portals, and we've brought back the refugees. So literally each one of the questions that was asked are things that we've directly done. And so it's not
it affects
like,
people you know.
Yeah, it's not like go to the UN and make decisions. It's like, hey, make the decisions that you have been a part of for 20 episodes, for 40 episodes. Make the decisions that are
I think it's closer
directly
to 40,
related
yeah.
to you. Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah.
It's
And
right.
I'm gonna finish up my intro. You'll also find me on my Facebook, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, like my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And my current streaming schedule is, see here, every other week on Thursday, every other Thursday, Tuesdays. I'm on the New Age Geek channel for Spell Shots, where I play your lovable golden retriever of a gelatinous cube key. And then every Thursdays, I'm on Toyzilla Network for Toyzilla Live, where we talk about toys and collectibles. And then back here every other Friday for Modern Age at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then every once in a while, if I'm free on a Sunday, we'll play some solo TTRPG or classic, video games. So, yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. This has been Fresh Out the Box. Don't forget to check out Free RPG Day tomorrow at participating local game stores. And stay fresh.
Bye.